Bonjour Français 1, it's Madame Torres coming to you from my office again for our, I guess technically third week of school this semester for your French 1 Segment 2 class. I want to talk to you a little bit about what you're going to be completing for this coming week. The dates of this week are the 1st through the 5th of February, already getting into the second month of this year. So a couple of things I want to make sure that you're still aware of in your French 1 course. I'll be adjusting this page here for this coming week. This coming week, you will have 6.04 and 6.05 to complete those two lessons in Module 6. We are nearing the end of Module 6. We have just a few more lessons after this week, and it's going to be time for our DBA. So I want to remind you a little bit of what a DBA actually is. You have a discussion-based assessment for the end of Module 6, where we'll talk a little bit about what you learned in this module. It's important you're using your note-taking guide, like I showed you in our last video. And if you forgot what that is, right here where your French 1 Help Center is, you'll click on that. It'll open up the help site that I have open up right here, and the note-taking guide is the first file that I had there. So if you've been filling out the note-taking guide as you've been working through lessons, it makes it much easier for your DBA. You'll have that handy. It's a great set of notes that details everything that we learned about in Module 6. So keep that in mind. We're going to have Module 6 DBA completed during the month of February. You'll have that one done already. So I want to also bring up a couple of things that are changed or that have changed on your homepage of your French course. So one thing you'll probably notice is this leaderboard. Every week when we have a live lesson, I will pick a couple of students who I feel have shown a lot of progress, a lot of growth, or really just students who are doing amazing things in the classroom, the live lessons. Last week during our live lesson, these are the top 5 students or the fastest performing students on an assessment that we were working on. So congratulations to these 5 students. If you can come to a live lesson, which is, remember, every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, you also have a chance to have your name end up on this board. Changes every week, so it's just up to you. Another thing that I added on our homepage now is right here it says missed a live lesson, right? Probably didn't notice that before. I just put together a site where all the recordings are located. So if you were here last semester, I was emailing you every week the recordings. I'm not going to email you anymore. Instead of getting a bunch of emails that you end up just deleting because you're overwhelmed with your inbox, they are going to be right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Missed a Live Lesson so you can see what it looks like. And it's just an Excel spreadsheet. As you can see, obviously there's nothing yet after Module 6.03 because we still have to do those lessons. But I have a couple of lessons still saved from Segment 1. And they're all there. So to open up a lesson, of course, you'll just scroll to the one you missed. You can click on it. Ooh, I'm clicking a little too fast for it. There you go, let's just do that. And then click on the little bubble that pops up right next to it afterwards. Or you can right click and open it separately. So that's totally up to you, however you want to access that. Okay, so let's talk about what you have due for this week. 6.04 is a lot of vocabulary. You're going to get to learn about going to the movies, musicians, how to talk about different actors and actresses. So a lot of vocabulary. I kind of love what they did here with the popcorn. I thought that was very clever. But you're going to learn how to talk about things that you go to or see for entertainment and using the verb être à. So let's go through that lesson real fast. Okay, lots of dialogue here, right? If there's ever a phrase that you're unsure of what it means, please let me know. If it's not explained in your note-taking guide, then I'm definitely here to help you out. This expression, je m'ennuie, is a super common one. Je m'ennuie looks nothing like her picture, but it really means I'm bored, right? So just a couple of phrases you're going to learn here to use. Lots of vocabulary. But the actual assignment, let's go a little bit further into the lesson here. Être à, that's what the actual assignment has to do with. So of course you need to know the vocabulary because you're going to apply it in exams, quizzes, and in our live lessons. But here is what you're going to be assessed on in the assignment. So être à means to be to. Basically, if I'm saying it's his or hers or mine or theirs, we learned how to use that a little bit last semester. This is just a different way of putting it. If you look at their example here, c'est mon vélo. We've learned how to say mine, yours, his, and hers, and things like that before. This is just a different way of saying it is mine. So instead of saying it is my bike, we would say the bike is to me. And that's what this example right here is. Le vélo est à moi. So c'est mon vélo or le vélo est à moi, they mean the exact same thing. It's just two different ways of saying it. The reason why you want to know this is because you might see something like this. So you want to be aware of what it means. The version we've learned before down here, ce sont ses papiers, they are his papers, the same thing as les papiers sont à Marc. The papers are to Marc. So what you're doing is you're taking the object, here it's les papiers, you're saying these things are, sont, or this thing, if it's one, est, is, then à, and then whoever it is. So they're going to show you that, for example, instead of saying mon, M-O-N, mine, we say moi. Let's see where that is. Where would it go? So here we can put people's names. Okay, here we go. So to say it is mine, we say à moi. Yours, we say à toi. Ours, we say à nous. Theirs, we use another form here. Are they going to show it to you? I'll tell you about it. Your alls, it's à vous. If it's his or hers, is à elle or à lui. Lui, L-U-I. If it's his, c'est à lui, L-U-I. If it's theirs, we say c'est à eux, E-U-X. Eux. C'est à eux. So, to me, à moi. To you, à toi. To him, à lui. To her, à elle, E-L-L-E. To us, à nous. To you, formal, or you all, à vous. And then to them, or it's theirs to them, eux, à eux. There you go. Then the actual assignment for this lesson is to create some sentences with these, okay? And it's a voice activity. So check it out, they keep it pretty simple. They even give you the term that they want you to use. So for number 1, for example, to whom is the book? The book is to me. So what are the words that you know from that sentence could you pull out of it and put into the response? So again, it translates to whom is the book? We want to say the book is to me. So if you're watching my mouse, you can see exactly how you're going to do that assignment. It looks like you also have a quiz for this assignment, or for this lesson. So please make sure that you complete that quiz. 6.05 is what we're going to be practicing in our live lesson. Okay, so we'll brush on 6.04, but we won't address it. 6.05 is what we're going to work on. 6.05 is where you're going to learn some new verbs, and you're going to learn what conjugation is. Please go ahead and just read through 6.05. I believe on the help site you have a video. So you have ER verb conjugation, a live lesson. Check that out. During our live lesson on Tuesday, we're going to start working on that assignment. So let me show you what the assignment is for 6.05. I believe you have a written version and a photo essay. Yeah, there you go. So the first assignment is the conjugation of these verbs. If you're not sure, even after checking out the help files in 6.05 how to do this assignment, definitely come to the live lesson because I'll show you it's pretty easy. But you're making complete responses. So here we have the word I and the verb to look or to watch. And then we have a picture of a TV. So we want to say I watch TV, right? Je regarde la télé. Pretty simple. The goal here is making sure you know what the ending for the ER verb is supposed to be. And again, you're going to learn about that in our lesson. Then what we're going to work on in the live lesson together is the photo essay. We're going to actually work on one of these together. And if you read the directions, it says create a photo essay describing 2 of your favorite activities. So we're going to do one together, and then you just have to do one more on your own. And then the photo essay voice activity is just you recording your voice afterwards. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover with you guys and make sure you were aware of. Again, live lesson is on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. I'll be here all week, and I'll see you soon.